Hi there, my name is Ramesh Harikrishna and I'm super excited today because we are going to learn something different. If you watch my previous two videos, they are about photo manipulation. But in this video, we're going to do something more interesting. We're going to use Photoshop to illustrate something. So what are we going to illustrate? We are going to create whale. So what is whale exactly? So whale is a weapon. It's a spear. Belongs to Lord Murugan. So he's the son, the second son of Lord Shiva. And this particular whale has a very important meaning behind it, right? Basically, the top sharpest part is called the knowledge, and the broader it is, whale, it represents the broadness of it, right? And the the depth of knowledge is formed in this way. So basically, for a person, to become a very knowledgeable person, you need to have all these three elements, right? So sharpness, broadness, and depth in anything that you are venturing in. Like for example, if you want to know about maths, or engineering or interior design, as long as you have sharpness of knowledge in that particular topic, more broadness of that particular topic, and the depth of that particular topic that you are venturing to, you are out of the world, right? You literally can do anything. So yeah, that's why wheel is such an important element for myself, and I think a lot of Tamilians, Hindu people will understand this better, is because it has a lot of meaning behind it. And if you guys see here, right, there's a couple of whale design done by me. So there are a couple of it. Again, I always get inspired on and off. And what I do is that I'll just create something out of it. Like as you guys can see, right, there's many different type of whale designs I've done so far. Actually, I lost count how many I've done. So basically, this is the number one I did many years ago. I can't remember, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And then slowly I create many more wheel designs because I always get inspired. Today we are also going to create a wheel design, but it's more into illustration base, which is like this, but in a different pattern. Now you guys looking at mood board, right? So what is mood board? Mood board basically, imagine having a blank canvas. So a blank canvas meaning like this, and you want to create something. So I always start off with mood board, meaning I'll go and get images or artworks that inspires me, where I will put it onto this canvas, blank canvas, and then I will usually just place it all around, and I usually pick elements here and there, whichever that I think might work. So I like doing that. Because at the end, when you combine everything, it looks totally different. So mood board is something important for designer. So whenever I think Pinterest is one of the mostly used platform where you guys can go in and create what do you call mood boards by pinning all these small little items that you guys found on the internet or within the board itself, and then you pin it, and then you just look at the board, and then get inspired out of it. So that's why mood board is super important. So this is my mood board. But today we are not gonna get inspired from my wheel. I actually saw one image on the internet. So basically this is an image from the Google Images. I really like the detail of the whale itself. Let's zoom in a bit. It's slightly pixelated because it's low resolution, but I really love how detailed it is. Again, whale has limitless, right? There's a lot of possibilities of how whale will look like. I really like this one, and I thought it would be nice to actually create similar pattern using illustration, right? The technique that I'm going to show you guys literally today, you will learn how to create whale by your own using Photoshop, right? So yeah, why don't we get started? Let's do that right away. So I'm going to just grab this particular whale. I'm gonna just highlight it. Again, I just wanna keep it like Control C, right? And I'm gonna open a new canvas. If you look at this canvas, again, it's square. If you watch my previous two videos, You will know the reason why I create square canvas is the reason because I always love posting it on my social media. And as you know, square fits the best for any platform. That's the reason why I love using a square version. So, but then it's up to you. If you want to create a landscape based, what do you call, illustrations or artwork, you might want to go for the wider version, right? Where it's called 16 by 9, right? That's how the resolution is for that. But for this, I am planning to do a square. So I'm going to paste that image. I know it's really small. I'm going to just enlarge it like this and just straighten it up so that's easier to view. And if you notice, right, when it comes to whale, it's symmetrical, right? Like if I take my ruler and I put it in the front like this, you know it's symmetrical. Like whatever that falls on the left will look the same on the right, right? So now that we know that, we're gonna go for our first technique. I'm gonna just put this slightly smaller here, just for reference, right? So it can be right on top there, sit there for a while. And first thing first, make sure it's, again, your workspace has nothing else, your layers are, everything looks perfect. Again, I'm gonna name my layer 1 to reference, and then I'm gonna create a new layer. In here, I'm gonna rename my layer to sketch. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna start off with the first step. All you have to do is press on B for brush. And if you notice, up here, there will be an icon that looks like a butterfly. That's actually a symmetrical tool, which probably you might not notice it before. Okay, now probably you know already, right? It's up there. Press on it. Once you press on it, there will be few settings or what I call like a type of symmetricals that you want. You want vertical, horizontal, dual axis, diagonal, wavy, circle, spiral, parallel lines. I really like vertical, obviously, because veil, like I said before, right? It's symmetrical left and right. So I want to use this. Once that pop up on your screen, I want you to just resize it so that it fits top and bottom. That splits the whole screen and you get something like this, right? Cool. And here's where the magic happens. I want you to go and select a tool that's probably has a pencil type of brush or any type of brush that is very thin, that's easier to move around, you know, it's very soft and everything. I actually using custom tool. It's called the brush tool charcoal. That's the type of brush that I have. If I'm not mistaken, it's free. It's already built in your Photoshop. And I am gonna just show you guys the first step. So I'm gonna just do a demo of line, right? Just draw something here. And then like this. Did you notice how it reflects, literally mirror whatever I am drawing on the left hand side? From there, you know how the whale gonna be, right? Whatever we're gonna draw here will reflect here. And always know that it's up to you whether you want to do symmetrical and whatever not. But obviously, since we are in the topic of well design, we want to make sure that everything is symmetrical. And if you notice also, right, it's very smooth. Reasons because I'm using Wacom so that I can move around. There's also another setting. If you look up here, smoothing, I kind of set it to 46% because I want it to be really smooth so that when I do curves or I do a floral type of pattern or ornaments, I want it to be really smooth. If you don't set it as smooth, it will be crooked, you know, it won't be so smooth. And it will be slightly rough. We don't want that. So now that you guys know anything can be reflected on the other side, we're gonna start off with just delete this very quickly. Again, I'm gonna just select all and press backspace, which is gonna delete everything else. So then Control or Command D to deselect the canvas, and we're gonna start off with the first pattern, which will be the outer layer where it looks like a leaf, literally look like a leaf, right? So yeah, we're gonna do that. It might take few attempt because again it depends on the broader elements that you want, whether you want it to be really broad or you want it to be slightly narrow. We'll see which one I like the most, right? So I am going to just do this. Okay, getting there. again, oh, there you go. At second attempt, I love this shape. So I'm gonna stick with it. So done with that one, I'm gonna just zoom in, and while I'm zooming in, my eyes is actually looking at the reference, right? Trying to figure out how can I add in my own elements and also elements from the reference. Let's start off with something from the center. I thought this pattern over here. Let's zoom in. I really like the middle part here where it's slightly reddish and then there's like a two, I don't know, it's paisley or kind of like leaf pattern at the side. So we are going to try to achieve that pattern. So let's go back here. And again, same sketch. You don't, again, you want to create new layer, you can, or you can do everything at one go. I probably will have few layers for sketching, but let's start off with this, right? So I am going to just roughly create a pattern in the middle from here to here, right? Not happy with that one. Again, it's about try and error. We can never get it right on the first time. So I'm going to just keep trying until I get what I want. Nope. Okay, somewhere there. And I'm gonna just zoom in and adjust a few things. Like for example, I want to make sure that I really mix up the lines together. Again, if you want to erase or you want to edit whatever not, you can do so by just switching your toolbar to E, which is eraser, and then choose whichever brush that you want. Again, I want to make a slightly harder brush. So let's do that and erase. There you go. That looks good. And then let's switch back to B. And then let's look at the reference. There's actually something around it. So I'm going to just achieve that very quickly. Right? Again, very rough one. Too big. How does it look like? It looks like a very sharp looking thing. Okay, let's achieve that, right? Let's zoom in. Let's create that shape. 1, 2, not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That looks okay. Again, very rough one. There's actually something in the middle. I am also going to do that. Okay, perfect. And then E, let's remove that and let's remove the inside part. That looks good. And then we are going to create even more layer within that. Let's do these and these one more time. Getting there. Again, always set smoothing to slightly higher than 40 so that you get a very smooth looking curves, right? And I'm gonna just fix that. That looks good. Next, I am going to create that left and right part of the wheel, which looks like, again, I can create a new layer for that. Let's call this mango. Again, just for fun, just call it mango. Again, any naming of layer will do. And I am gonna just do that, right? So let's do this and go in there. Let's do one more time. Not happy. Again, always try, never give up. I'm happy with that one. And I am gonna just create this like that, right? It's basically curving in like that. Not happy. There you go again. Slightly more rounder bottom. Okay, I'm happy with that one. So again, switch to E to erase the unwanted lines. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, now I am going to just zoom in and create the middle part. Again, this is, I'm not referring to anything. I am going to just create it myself like that, and then E to just again erase the middle part. Best part here is that it's symmetrical. Whatever edit that you do here, it reflects there. Isn't that amazing? Okay, done with that one, and I am gonna go for the big pattern in the middle. I am gonna just do the huge curving that starts from here to up, like this. Larger, larger. Yeah, perfect. Let's erase this line, and then within that, as a guidance, I am gonna just make stroke. Oh, I love that. So let's erase the lines, and then let's do another one. Maybe in between that line. Oh, another tips. If you're again not so familiar with, you know, drawing curving lines and everything, and you have problems making those smooth curves, and you think that what if I tilt the whole canvas, will that makes life easier? You can. In order to do that, press on R. When you press on R, automatically the toolbar for rotate the canvas will be turned on. I want you to just rotate it. That's the reason why I'm rotating, because I am having hard time creating the curve line within that particular space over here. So again, press on B. Don't worry about that vertical line that we created for symmetrical view. It will still there. It will still be there, and then we can do this, right? Until you get it right. We can always get it right by doing several attempts. Told you. So done with that. So let's say you're done, you know, rotating and everything. You're like, okay, Ramesh, how do I go back? Press on R back. When you do that, you automatically get a toolbar up there called Reset View. Press on it. There you go. Everything is centered. Now press B. The line is back. I am gonna try to achieve those pattern like that, and I'm gonna create even more. Let's see if I can do that like this. It looks like a flower. Perfect. Let's do more. This, like that. Smaller and smaller. Yes, that looks good. Okay, done with that one. Again, as you guys can see, right, it's not really the same as the pattern of my reference. It's reasons because I always have, or I want to have my own touch, right? So that's the reason why I don't really like copy something from reference 100%, because I want to have my own touch. From here, I'm gonna just create the more layer within the particular. Again, I'm gonna rotate the canvas. B, I am gonna do this. Let's go up here. Oh, not so smooth. Let's do that one more time. Touch up, and then these, and then these, like this, like that, and then we're done. R, reset view. Okay, we're getting there. Now that we're done with this, there are a few more elements that we need to create. As you guys can see at the bottom here, there's actually like a circle thingy going on. Right, I'm gonna just achieve, I want to achieve that. So let's go back, create a new layer, call bottom pattern. Perfect. And the central point will be here. Let's create something like this. There you go. Like an abstract. Again, I'm not following exactly what my reference is. I am trying to create my very own pattern, because usually it's like floral, right? Like all around it. So that's the reason why I create this. Again, it can also have something like that. And then another one line here. Looks good. I am done with that. And then time to create those layer where there's actually like red color germs around it. Let's create that curve. Let's go back or create another layer. I go back to the sketch. I call this sketch let's call it gems. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just rotate the whole thing, because I I don't think so I can get a perfect curve, so I'm gonna have to do this. And then looking at the reference, I am gonna just try to do this until I get it right. Too much. Oh, not so happy. Okay, I'm gonna just zoom in one more time here and create the curve. Oops, almost there. No, let's do the other way around. You know, it's pretty difficult to actually talk and create the curve is reason because I need to do two jobs at once. Oh, I kind of like this. Let me just see it in a straight line. Okay, not bad. Again, I don't have to follow exactly what the reference looks like, right? Reset back the view. Let's zoom in and then fix this line. Okay, erase. That looks good. Again, there are a few things that I need to do. I need to do the pull as well. Why don't we do the pull outside? Okay, let's zoom in and let's create a new layer called pull. Looks like a pearl looking pattern, so I am gonna just do this. Let's zoom in and rotate slightly like this, and then do it. 1 2 3 4. Okay, I shouldn't count. Why am I counting? There. A very rough one. Again, I'm just showing you guys demo, right? Try to make the same curves if you can. I don't think so. Mine is exactly the same, but it's okay. I'm just having fun creating this. Okay, that's cool. We are getting there. Okay, make sure the curves is smooth and not so crooked. Okay, done. Reset view. The pull has been done, right? And everything looks good. See, I think I have been doing demo for 22 minutes now, and everything looks so good already, right? So if you really love doing something, you know, time passed really fast. Like it's 22 minutes and I'm already at this stage. I am going to create more patterns. So I am gonna just create one more layer called let's call this floral. Why floral? Because can you guys see this? The super cute little curves within the veil. I love that. So let's do that. So I am gonna just press on B, and for the spacing, I'm gonna just create this line from here and here. Again, if you're wondering how do I get the sharp line, I'm just pressing on shift and then drawing it, right? Let's go up here a bit more and then draw the curves. Perfect. So I know I will be working on that part of the veil later on. For now, I'm going to create the floral. So how am I going to do that? Just do a free size curving like this. Not so good. Let's do that one more time. Okay, that's good. And then within the curves itself, let's create more curves. And then here, create more curves. And then let's zoom in even more and create curves here. Like that. And then up here, more there. Not happy. Not happy. Okay, that works. And then here, and then maybe a bit more here, and then let's do there, and then over here, and then here. Let's do more of the pattern. There you go. Curves here, and then curves here, and then more over here. Perfect. Wow, that looks good already. And I'm gonna just do one more here and then turn it inside, right? So that's the curves. That looks good. And I'm gonna just go up here at the tip. There's actually more curves up here, so I'm gonna just create this like this and then join the pattern like that, right? And then let's create more patterns just like this. Again, freehand and freestyle. I am not referring anything else. I know there's a pattern, and then let's do this. Okay. Holy Mother of Parvati Amma, look at this wheel, looking good already, huh? Okay, next I am gonna just create more patterns of this mango pattern here, and I'm gonna just create more of the patterns like this. Again, reason is because I am gonna color it differently, so I really need it to be there. Okay, as a guidance, that looks good. Reset the view. Okay, we are getting there. And then let's work on the middle part over here, right? Let's call this pate, right? What is pate? Pate literally means the three lines that's always formed in the middle of the veil. So we need to have three lines. So I'm gonna just see if I can do a very rough. I'm not sure why there is. Oh, there's actually three. Just that it's grouped into two lines each. So we can do that. So I'm gonna just do a rough estimation. Number 1, 2. Okay, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3. But we're gonna just leave it the way it is, and I'm gonna just create that round shape of. Okay. Not happy. Not happy. Let's zoom in and create that shape. Oh yes, that looks very good. Okay, if you want to just stare at your veil design without those lines, you can do so by pressing B. Go back up here, just symmetry off. When you do that, you will get that particular artwork without that line. Right, so done with that. Again, I'm not done. I still need to do the bottom part, so let's go back to the butterfly and on the last use symmetry. And then here I am gonna just create a new layer called holder. Let's zoom in and create that holder. It's supposed to look like this. Okay, and in here I am gonna create more of the bottom shapes before I create those, this part over here, right? So I'm gonna do that. So let's do that quickly. Okay, 1, 2, thinner layer, larger, slightly smaller, a bit more smaller, and then let's drag those lines down, and that looks good. And we're gonna create those curve lines. Usually in veil they'll have the curves lines. Some are minimalism, I think, where they don't really have the curve lines. It's kind of straight line. But yeah, here, and I'm gonna create one more, very subtle. Again, what I'm doing is right now just a rough sketch. We'll do the coloring in a while. Done. Let's press on B and go back to the butterfly, and we select symmetry off. Yes, this is the veil design that we have completed within 29 minutes. 29 minutes we can create veil. If you notice, there's also the germs actually have lines. That is something that we will add on later on. For now, we're gonna go into coloring because that's the fun part. In order to do that, I am gonna just group all this into one, convert it to a smart object, let's call this drawing. Okay, now I'm gonna create a new layer, and then I am gonna just call this colors. We need a base, so call color base and drag the color at the bottom, and it's time to color. The best part, it's also one of the challenge to color such a drawing, because you'll be wondering how am I going to color. Well, obviously because the layers at the bottom of the drawing. We can choose any brush, so I'm gonna just go back to something very hard like this, and I'm gonna color pick from the wheel reference that we have. Yes, and just color. And if you notice, it doesn't affect the drawing, obviously, because the drawing is at a top layer. So let's color. And you have to be careful because those line, again, you can always erase it. So even if it goes off, so I'm being really really patient and confident enough that the color might know. Oh well, it is going out. So again, or even this brush, right, you can change the smoothing so that it goes really smooth all around your drawings. Okay, that's okay if the color goes out. I will clean it up in a bit. There you go. Color it. Okay, let's zoom in and color top part. That looks good. Okay, we're gonna remove the color that goes out from the line in a while. Change my canvas, or just rotating it so that easier to color like this. It probably coloring probably takes a longer time compared to obviously sketch, because it's just free and easy, right? But coloring has a meaning behind it. Like you want to make sure that you pick the right color. If you're not sure what color to pick, always Google up the color palette that's available online, either gold, silver, and whatever not. Use that to color. Then your art will look good. Okay, done with this. I am gonna just color also these ones. Oh, you know what? We should have on it the symmetry so that I don't have color both sides. Right, we can do that if you're wondering. I can show you. So it's a bit too late. I'm not sure why did I off it. So just press on B, open back butterfly, last use symmetry. If I color here, everything else on the other side will be colored too. Oh boy. Again, I'm just recording at night after I'm done with my job. I'm just tired, guys. But I'm happy to be able to show you guys how to color or how to create wheel design in a very simple way. Again, we have probably you guys been watching for 33 minutes now, but look how far we have come. Done with these. Okay, so cool, isn't it? The symmetry, like whatever that we color over here also reflected over there. This is super cool. I'm not sure if you guys already used this feature way before. If yes, then do comment so that I know that you guys are all know something more than me. So there you go. That looks good. And time to erase certain things, which would be the side part here, the part that I don't need. So the color have been out of the canvas. Let's erase. Does it also reflect over there? Oh, it does. Erase. Oops. Okay, we're getting there. Rotate the canvas, zoom in, and erase. Okay, good, 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 good. That looks good. Okay, voila. We are done coloring the base. Now it's time to color or the yellow side of the veil. So in order to do that, I am gonna just color pick very quickly, like these, and then create a new layer, call this maybe yellow, and then let's zoom in and start coloring the inner part like this. Right. Okay, there's also another question probably you guys have. Like what if, when it comes to those shadings, like Ramesh, sometimes it's brighter on the other side, might not be a brighter on the other side. So why are we coloring both sides? Where you can always turn it off so that you can only color the other side, not so much on the right side. You can do that. You can off it, and then you can use whatever shading effects that you want. But in this, I am planning to do this first and then do the shadings later on. So I'll darken the other side manually. Okay, happy with these. Coloring will take longer, but yeah, it's fun. So make sure the layer is right on top of the yellow or orange base that we did earlier, right? So that it doesn't clash with each other. And always, again, super important to have the colors organized in a different layer so that there won't be any problem in the future where you're like, oh, I want to change the base color, but then the base color and the yellow color or whatever color that you're going to want to use is using the same layer. So there's a problem. Okay, good, good, good. We're getting there. I'm going to rotate this canvas very quickly. Press on B and start coloring. Yeah, good. Remember we're supposed to create the germs, red color germs on this particular yellow base. We'll do that very quickly. Okay, that looks good. If you like what you're watching, do give a thumbs up. I'm not sure if anybody else have done a wheel design illustration tutorial, but if there is, good. But hopefully my technique is slightly different. Oh yes, that looks good. And we are going to add in more yellow. Let's go and add here. Yellow, yeah, this need to be yellow too. So let's merge those. Again, we're doing illustration based, what do you call, veil. So that's why it looks like illustration niche. Okay. When I'm coloring it, it reminds me of my school times where, you're supposed to color within the line and everything. But best part in Photoshop is that even if it goes out, you can always undo and erase. Okay, increase the brush size so that I can go over here. Again, some colors are going out of the canvas, no problem. Erase. Let's go down, press on B and color here and here, and then let's go back here. Perfect. Let's lower down the smoothing. I don't need to be too smooth over here because it's okay. Because I'm not like creating any curves or whatever. Not here. This is good. Oops. Oh no, the color is not going out because we're gonna color this yellow. And then let's go down here. Color here. Color here. I really don't know how we're gonna turn out because this is free and easy, right? Like, but I'm sure it's gonna look awesome because we are having fun creating wheel. So yeah, always enjoy what you do. I usually listen to like very nice music when I do work. Obviously for this recording, I don't want the music to disturb my conversation with you guys, so that's the reason why I off it. That looks good. Whereas yellow here is supposed to be in yellow, so I'm gonna do these like that. That looks good. Color out a bit. No worries. We'll remove it later. Yes, combine it there, and then one more time. Color out. No worries. Press E. Remove those extra colors. Perfect. And then let's do more coloring. Just resize my brush smaller because the curve is very small. And I'm gonna just enlarge. And then here, let's color it. Oops, it's okay. Press on E. Oops, press on B. And we are done. That looks good. And then what else should I do? Oh, we actually forgotten this. Let's color this too. Okay, we will have few colors added. I think there's a bit of red, green, so we're gonna do that as well. So just color this very quickly. Okay, that looks good. Always enjoy what you do. I think I've been saying this in my videos. Again, it's not so much of the how's the outcome gonna be. It's more like, oh wow, I'm learning something new today. I think that's the reason why I actually created so many artwork so far. It's because I love creating. Every day if I got inspired or something, and you probably get to see something in the morning, because I do sleep. If you're wondering where do I have time, I do sleep and everything, but creating is just a part of my hobby. I would say I just love expressing whatever I gone through on that particular day through my artwork. There you go. That looks good. Yes, that looks really good. Okay, time to add in more colors. Let's add in green. So from yellow, we're going to create a new color called green. And then we're going to go to the color picker and pick a green. There you go. That looks good. And then we are going to go and color first here. Let's color this green. Ooh, nice green. I love this green. We'll probably add in more shadings, like two dual tone green, so that it looks more like an emboss, or should I say, it looks real. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Press on E, and then let's remove the unwanted green outside that layer. Go in, press on B, and then we're gonna just color here like that. Zoom in, or brush resize, and then just color the rest. Okay, that looks good. And then we have two more greens, so let's just color here so that it also reflects on the other side. Okay, that's too much, but that's okay. I can always remove it. Okay, that looks good. Resize it. If you're watching this video, please give me a comment. What do you think? Am I talking a lot? Are you guys learning something new? Again, there's tons of stuff that I've studied or learned throughout the years. Study meaning, again, not sure if you guys know, or probably you already know, I am not a design student. I'm a business student. So whatever you guys are looking at right now, it's all self-taught. Like I just try and error, and I'm like, I Photoshop can actually do this, and that's how I discover things. So yes, always spend time learning in anything that you do in life, right? And let's go for rate now. That rate looks awesome. New layer, red. So the rate, I am gonna just go for something darker. Let's go in here and let's color it red. Oh, it's slightly maroonish. Okay, that looks good. Wow. Time is 45 minutes already so far. But we are, I think, kind of nearing. Like, after this is just about shading and stuff. But yeah, I always like to also, again, not because of the tutorial, I like to time my what do you call work, so that I don't carry it away too much. Like, oh, I want to make sure the detail is there and everything, because you go crazy if you like, oh, I need to get this done solid, but then let's not do that. Learn, don't, like, I always set 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour, whatever, not and I'll stick within my timeline, because I like to do other things as well. Else you'll be busy refining the artwork. Like, you can never refine an artwork. There's always something that you left off, like a mistake. But it's okay, it's just an opportunity for you to create more. Oh, there's an error in this artwork, no problem. Try not to make that same mistake in the future. So that's how you learn. That's the only reason why I don't get bored creating, because if I missed out anything, I can always go and fix it in my next artwork. Only then you will learn. Oh, there's a mistake. Okay, try to create a new artwork. And then in there, you probably do another mistake. People always learn from mistakes, so mistake is good. So again, I'm creating, again, this is not the same as my reference. My reference is actually, I think is pure gold. So I'm adding just a red sort of gems here, gems here, and then a bit here. That looks good. And then time to let's do what do you call shading. Or am I done with this yet, with the yellow or red actually? Oh, I'm not done. Let's make sure this is red. Okay, and then let's pick go back to yellow and color pick here. And why don't we use the same yellow at the background? All right, that looks good. And then let's change or create a new layer, sorry, call white. This white, I want it to go at the back here. I can always color fill if I want. Let's do that. So again, rather than coloring, I am gonna just create that white outline using my polygonal lasso, so that it saves my time as well. Oops, white. I need white. There you go. Perfect. And then those pearls looking thing is also white. Why don't we color that white? Okay, color white. 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 I feel like I'm like a kid again by doing this, like coloring within the box and everything. But yes, it feels so good because I'm able to express myself. Doesn't matter if I'm age already, but let's also remove this while we are at it. Color, 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 and then let's rotate it slightly. color this, color this. After this, we're going to learn how to do shadings, which is dual color, meaning if there's a green, how do you create another color palette of green? It's manual work, but yeah, it'll be fun. And we're going to learn how to use the layer of called dissolve. By doing that, you'll get a very nice, very rough looking, what do you call, pattern or texture. Done. Ooh, looks good. And then now I am gonna just before we create the red color gems all around it, I wanna just reduce the drawing pattern slightly like this. Okay, I'm gonna just create new layer above yellow called you know what, yeah, let's call it this yellow curves. I need to use a different brush now, so let me look for that brush. I think it's this one. Yep, this is perfect. So let's reduce the opacity of drawing very quickly like this, and then we are gonna create the curves. So again, let's follow what we have done so far. Very rough one, you don't have to follow exactly. Okay, 1, 2 here, and then there, smoother here, and then it goes like that, like this. Okay, again, if you're looking for, if you don't know which brush to use, you can always find it under the brush what do you call, column, where there's like tons of brushes. So try to see which one works the best. Okay, this looks good, and I'm gonna just, again, I'm just going around filling it up like this. Okay, that looks good. Let's go up here. Again, we're doing the illustration base of whale, so it's like very cartoonish but still looks elegant. Go, that looks good. Oh yes. And then there's actually a yellow, or I say orange base at the back. I'm gonna just go to the orange color base and press on E to erase the orange outline because it's bothering me. It's bothering me. Okay, cool. Now that looks cleaner. And then time to work on the shading. And how do you do that? We will do by just, let's hide the particular symmetry first. Press on B of the symmetry, and then I want you to actually highlight everything of your layer and convert it to smart object. When you do that, everything get merged, the shadings, I mean the colors. We're gonna color on top of this. That's the best part. Create new layer, mask it. Let's call this shading, and then we're gonna color pick from the drawing, the art that we have before this. So I'm gonna color pick this particular orange. Drawing is there. Shading, I want you to change something smooth. And then color pick, press on I, and then change the normal to dissolve. And I want you to color, can you see that? We can erase if it's over your pattern, that's okay. But do this. When you do this, it will get, can you see that it's kinda similar to our reference? Right? Like it has that very I mean, I think it's we call it noise, right? So we have that noise, but you don't have to worry on this part. We can always remove it. So let's use a smoother brush to remove it, or we can just leave it the way it is. That looks good actually. And then again, erase this part of the shading. We don't want it to interfere with that particular patay, we call it, right? I'm gonna just go in here and remove this part of the shading. That looks good. And then we're gonna go down here to the green. I'm sorry, to the one right above, below the shading. Create a new layer called shading green. When you do that, let's go back down. I want you to select only the green. Let's see if it gets selected. Yeah, right. So go back to the shading green now, and then let's color pick the green. And I want you to just move up the color by a bit and change normal to dissolve. And then let's make a shading like this. That looks good. And then of course you need to also make another shading slightly brighter, even more, so that you guys can do this. Now can you see that the shading is getting better, right? And also maybe white a bit like that. And then control D so that it's deselected. Okay, let's do the same for down here. Let's go back to the bottom layer and press on W to select the green area. Okay, we don't want the other side, so we're gonna just deselect. Okay, cool. I'll go back to the shading green, color pick from the green itself here. Press on B, and then let's do the shading over here. Oh, the symmetry is off, which is perfect because I don't want it to be the same as the left hand side. So again, that looks good. Whale is looking good, and let's go back to the other side. Press on W, go back to the bottom layer, and let's select the green area. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the shading. Color pick the green from the from top here, and let's color it. And then color pick again, and then color here. That looks good. Next, I am going to do more of the stroke thingy going on. Under layer called this curves. Enter, and then let's change the brush to my favorite brush here. And then let's zoom in and follow the curves that's already been done. Right, let's color pick here. Let's on the symmetrical now. Press by B, last use. When I do that, it will follow. So that yellow is symmetrical. Then here, and here, and then there. Okay, like this. Like that. That looks good. We can also go in here and do the same down here. Like that. Okay, that looks good. We're also going to do a manual color fix, right? Okay, like that. And then let's do a line. One line, one line. And then let's stroke down like this. Everything looks good. And then we're going to create the red color lines, right? Very quickly. Let's go back to the shading and remove these shading from the white pearls, because I think it's shouldn't be there. It should be all white. Okay, that oops. That works. That works. Here, here, here. Okay. Press on R, go back. That looks good. And let's create the one more let's call this gems. And then we're going to rotate this very quickly. And we're going to color the red gems. Let's color pick from here. And then let's do this like this. Is something like that? Yep. So again, too smooth. We're gonna reduce the smooth. Let's do this here. Okay, that works. I want to zoom out and see if it's like, oh, yep, it's getting there. And there are a few things that I want to remove after I'm done with this. I'll let you guys know what exactly I'm going to remove. I'm going to do a bit of cleaning on this particular red gems that I'm working on right now. I'm just going to make sure that they all look identical. Like this. Don't worry if it goes out. We can always erase it. Okay. Looks good. Sure. Okay. And these. We can also apply color lookup and whatever not. That if you guys want to have more like a solid color, more like a effect looking colors, you guys can do so. Go. Wait. B and then let's do more. Again, manual type of coloring. Let's rotate this and see. Oh, that looks good. Okay, then rotate back. Press on B. Okay. More, not so close. Let's do it here. All right. We remove few things from here. I'll let you guys know what exactly, because I don't want the germs to touch very close to the edge. So we'll be doing some sort of like a masking. Press on E. So again, if you guys enjoying the tutorial, do feel free to comment, give me a thumbs up so that I can continue giving you guys tutorials that's different. Like it's not only tutorials of manipulation, it can be anything that I think that might help you guys to improve in terms of skills. Or maybe I should use the liner. Way easier that way. So that's sharper. E. Let's remove this and then let's continue. Almost there. So oh yeah, you guys can even comment what are some of the upcoming tutorials that you guys are interested in. I can also do that. You guys can always direct message me and let me know, or even comment below, and I should be able to look into it and see if I'm able to deliver it. It's something that everybody will like it. If so, I will be more than happy to do it for you guys. Okay, done with that. Here. Erase. Okay, that looks good. Here. We're gonna add in some effects in a bit. What effects exactly? I'll do that very quickly after this. Okay, let's rotate it back like this. I'm gonna do color change very quickly. Okay, I did say I'm gonna do masking, right? So what masking exactly? Press on B. I'm gonna just erase a few things in here. Let's see if it works. Oops, B. Yeah, there you go, here. Oops, Control Z. I don't want the gems touching the line, so that's bothering me. So I'm gonna do these. Again, trying to make it not touch the bottom layer of the lines. That's what I am doing right now. Okay, that looks good. Don't touch the line. Okay. And then now the top part. Let's not touch the... Okay, that looks good. Press on B. Rotate and then B back. Not so smooth. I actually wonder how it looks like if I zoom out. Okay, let's reset. Oh yes. Okay, this is good and everything looks okay. And time to create some sparkle. And I want the sparkle to be really hard. And let's put it here. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna off the symmetrical. Press on B. Let's off it and then start adding in the sparkle. Okay. I think the best part of this tutorial would be the symmetrical way of adding colors and drawings. Again, in which area can you use this? What area it will be like faces, anything that is symmetrical, you guys can use it. Okay, done with that. Time to add in a darker shade. So what is darker shade is that from the orange, we're gonna create the dark shade. So I'm gonna create a new layer. Let's call this darker. Press on B. We are going to create the shading on the darker part like this. Let's call this maybe soft light so that I can multiply if I'm mistaken, because I want to see certain things. Oh, it's overlay still. Let's call this multiply, and then let's erase that and redo this. So again, I want smoothing to be slightly higher. So what I'm doing is that I'm trying to add shadings at the bottom or whichever area that it hits. Like for example, the light is coming from top left. So where would the lights hit? So I'm going to create that particular effects so that it looks more realistic. Like these. Yes. They go like this. Okay. Looks good. Okay. So it's more like a 3D-ish, right? So that's the reason why I'm doing that. How can we forgot this red color pole? So I'm gonna press on W to select this. Oh, it looks like a love actually. Now that I see it, let's go back to the shading up here. Let's call this red and then color peak. Let's change our brush first. Something smoother. I want it to be dissolve and increase the color. And then let's do this. Oh, looks good. And then change the color slightly brighter. Like that. And then I want a darker shades over here. There you go. That looks good. We're getting there. And I want to have more darker shades here. So let's do this. Maybe not dissolve for this. A straight line. I'll use this polygonal lasso and then drop the color in. So that's more realistic. That looks good. And then let's also work on here. Press on V, create new layer. Let's call this white. And then we're going to add in some gray shadows, or I'll say dissolve colors. Dissolve. Okay. And then just a bit, not so much. Let's lower down the opacity. It should be here. Just below those lines. And then erase this. And then I want to do this very quickly. Let me highlight everything here. Let's go back to the drawing, hide the reference for now very quickly. Save it. And then let's go back here. I thought it would be nice to just add a very nice looking background very quickly. Like this. And I am going to also create a color lookup. So what are we doing right now is we're just going to do a bit of color change. AG color. Not so much. There you go. That looks good. And let's highlight everything. Create a group. And I want to go to the color balance. And just mask this and then change the hue of it so that it's not so strong. This is how you do a color adjustments. Like these. And then I am gonna just even go in here and the spark here, I want to add in more. So let's change to harder brush like this. And then let's do the blinking, not there, but here. Else it doesn't make sense to have only on the other side, right? Done, 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 done. That looks good. Changing my brush to something smaller. Okay, that looks good. And then also the spark here, here, and here. Okay, and of course, one over here. A very quick way of creating whale. I also have something that I want to add. A background that might work. By changing the colors. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm just playing with the layering to see which one works the best for my whale. Resize it like this. Okay, looks good. And then I am gonna just create a different hue altogether for my color. So change my photo filter to something yellow or orange. The color is a bit too intense, so let's change it to desaturate. Yeah, that works. And I am gonna do more shading to it. Slightly darker. Color pick from here. Choose B. Something smoother. So right now I'm doing is that I'm trying to do more retouch, so that it has that dual color. Oh, not so much of that. Let's color pick. Oh, I know why it's happening. I should color pick from here. And then on my layer, here, nothing is coming out. Reason is because I am actually picking a color that's has to be darker. Here, I should go up instead. Here, and then I apply the color. There you go. So let's change to multiply, and then do a shading. Like that, so that it's more 3D-ish. That looks good. And let's even make it slightly darker by changing the color of brightness even more. And then again, what I'm doing right now is that I'm just doing some color adjustments. Let's even use the hue and saturation to lower down the orange and increase the saturation. And I think we are done. Illustration based wheel is done. So how we started with that, we started with just a drawing of it, just an outline, but right now it is becoming an wheel that's illustration based. If you guys want to see how we started, I can actually show you guys. So let me just group all this very quickly into one, like this, together with the backgrounds. Actually, these two here, let's group it, and then group another one in here. I'll remove everything except for the drawing. Ungroup these, and then let's remove everything else, and then move this up. Yeah, this is how we started. We started with this, and then we end up with this. Before and after. Illustration based wheel. I hope you guys enjoyed the whole process. Again, symmetrical vertical that we use. We split it into two. And I'm super amazed that we actually came this far within an hour or so. So thank you so much. Again, before and after wheel design. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Such a fun activity today. So hopefully you guys will have or have learned something new, and I hope that you guys will try out something out of this tutorial. And if yes, do let me know in the comment below how it helped you guys, and do watch more videos that I'll be showing you guys in the future. Do watch it, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, do let me know what you guys think, and I am super happy that I'll be able to show you guys this trick, and hopefully there'll be more in the future. Thank you so much. Till we meet again in the next video. Bye.